Hi everyone, my name is Celeste. Welcome and thank you so much for being here. Today's class is going to be a slow flow focus on the hips. So today we're going to start in a wide-legged child's pose. So make your way there, and I invite you to make this pose as comfortable as you can for you. If that means that you need to put something behind your thighs, between your calf and your hamstrings, or even if you need to not do a wide-legged child's pose and start in a narrow one, just feel free to choose the one that you feel more comfortable with. So first, sit back on your heels, take a big inhale and grow tall through the spine. And on an exhale, we walk our hands forwards. As well, you could be placing your forehead on a block if your head doesn't reach the mat. Or you could just let it hang. And drop your arms down. There's not much activation just yet. Take a few slow breaths in and out through your nose. Feeling the expansion on your torso, on your belly, on an inhale, and the slight contraction on the exhale. Connect to the idea of your breath expanding to all sides of your body, front, sides, and back. And feel any parts of your body that is giving you some information about your breath, such as the contact with your stomach and your legs. We take a moment to ground into our mat, to arrive into this space, not only physically, but energetically. So how do you feel? How's your energy at the moment? And so we make a little scan of the way our hip space is feeling right now. And perceive if this position, once more, if it doesn't feel comfortable, then allow yourself to find the sensation that suits you. And let's take an inhale through the nose and sigh it all out through your mouth. Once more, inhale and sigh it out. Really long sigh. And so we're going to start by squeezing from where we are. We're going to start by squeezing the right glute and then release and squeeze the left and release, right and release, and perceive that every time we squeeze, there's movement on the hips. The hip wants to go forwards, and keep alternating between left and right glutes. Maybe give a bit of a fast pace, maybe slow it down. Awesome. Come to center, relax. Place your palms on the mat and walk your hands backwards towards you to a point where you can place your forearms on the mat. Maybe walk them a little bit further forwards and lift your hips off your heels, but just slightly. And tuck in and out your hips. So tuck the tailbone in and then out, in and out, in and out. And then the same that we were doing before, side to side. So squeezing one glute and then the other. And then maybe some circles with the hips. And then reverse. Nice. Come to a tabletop. Bring your knees closer together and open your feet away from each other. So we are in this tabletop, but with both feet away from each other. And don't go too far if it feels uncomfortable in your hips. Just go as wide as you feel comfortable. Wrists underneath the shoulders, spread the fingers, and let's start just by taking the weight forwards and back. And not only perceive the sensation on your hips, but also on the wrists. And then side to side, taking the weight over the wrists, but side to side. And then maybe some circles, so we take the weight back and forth, back. And once more, perceive the sensation on the hips now that we are doing this with both legs internally rotated. And then reverse the circle. Nice. Come to tabletop and tuck out. Take the tailbone out and tuck it in. Once more, perceiving if there's any shake. And then side to side like we did at the beginning. And then circles. And reverse. Nice. Now bring the right foot to try to touch the left leg. So we bring it in across the midline. And once more, we go back and forth. But we try to keep the hips facing the floor. So maybe what happens now is we want to kind of compensate this movement. But try to keep your hips as square facing the floor as you can. And then back and forth. And then come to center and go side to side. Just explore this movement. Don't worry too much about the way it looks or if you're doing it right or wrong. There's really no right or wrong here. And then we're gonna come to center. Give me some circles. And reverse. And then bring the feet back, both parallel to each other. Sit back on your heels. Give me a shake of the wrists. Give me a rubbing of the hands. Come to high kneeling and rub the hips. Big rubbing on the hips, the glutes and low back. Nice. Come to tabletop once more. And this time we take the right toes towards the right and then the left toe towards the right as well. Keeping the hips square, we go forwards and back. Now we have one leg internally rotated and the other one externally rotated. Nice. And then come to center and side to side. Explore this movement. And then maybe circles. So we go forward, side, back, and other side. And then reverse the circles. The circles with, sorry, I forgot to say that, with your entire torso, okay? Not just hip circles, but rather as if you were doing circles with your wrists. And then we come to the tabletop, still with the legs in the same position. And now we do hip circles. So really focusing on the movement of the hips. And then reverse. Tuck in and out. Nice. Bring both 10 toes to face back. Tuck under your toes and lift your hips up into a down dog. The first down dog of the class. So make it soft and bend the knees. Keep your knees in a little buoyancy, right? It's not really need to draw your heels down if it doesn't feel good. Push the floor away. Your shoulders should be kissing your ears. Nice. Deep bend on the knee. Look towards the front of the mat and step both your feet forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. And then keep the left leg long and bend the right leg and exhale and fold. And perceive the sensation. If the forward fold is too much, we can always do it half the way. Remember, you can use your fingertips or you could just use your hands on your shins. So whatever you are, try to relax your face, relax your jaw. Nice. And then we bend the left and come into a forward fold. Inhale up, halfway lift. And then lengthen the right, so straighten the right knee and keep the left bend. And exhale and fold. And once more, Perceive the sensations on the right side in relationship to the left. And then bend the right. And inhale to roll the spine. Vertebra per vertebra, head and neck come last. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Give me big circles with your wrists. Expressive circles, and keep inhaling and exhaling through the nose, gently and silently. And then reverse the circles. Nice, amazing. Inhale and try to touch the ceiling with your fingertips. And exhale and wash, melt all the way down and relax the neck. Hands on the mat and step your feet back to a plank. And then drop your knees down and take your hips back into a narrow-legged child's pose with your hands forwards. And then really round through the spine and really tuck the tailbone in. And there's such a big round that lifts you up. And we pass through a tabletop with a really round spine. And then drop the hips, really engage the glutes. Drop the hips down and lift the head up. Engage through the legs and we come into an upward facing dog. Really strong through those glutes. And remember to push the floor away and then wave it back into a down dog. Amazing. We sweep the right leg all the way up to the sky. Bend the knee and step it between your hands. Now without lifting the torso, we walk our hands towards the left. We pass between kind of a goddess but forward folded. And then we come to the back of the mat with the right hand on the floor. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. And then exhale, drop the hand down. We're gonna have to be super strong here. We pivot the 10 toes towards the left. And then really strong through this right arm. We try to pick up this left leg into a side plank. And then step it back and lift your hips up on an inhale. And spread the wings, open the left arm out. Or take it behind you if it feels comfortable. And we come into this wild thing. And then bring your chest to face the floor. Take your left hand next to your right. And we come into a three-legged plank. Step the foot between your hands once more. And sweep it towards the right. And we come into a forward fold with wide legs. The 10 toes are facing forwards. Really bend on the knees if you want and sway your hips side to side. Nice. Connect your breath to your movement. And then place your hands on the mat and open your 10 toes towards the diagonals. Really engage to the glutes and lengthen halfway lift with your knees bent. And then really strong, we engage the glutes and we come up into a goddess. Awesome team, go side to side. Try to be as upright as you can. And there's no need to be super deep here. You could be here, but it's better rather than just being all collapsed and down. Make it comfortable but stable. And go side to side. Now inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale and round the spine and fold the torso forward. Inhale up, sweep the arms up. And then exhale, hands through heart center. Lengthen, widen the stance a little bit more as we bend into the right leg for Skandasana. Take the right hand in front of you and inhale, sweep the left up. Look towards your hand. Nice. And then we really round the spine and drop this left hand forwards. And because we are so round, we whoosh. We sit the bum on the floor. And then turn your torso towards the leg that is long and drop the right knee to meet the other knee. And then inhale, grow tall. Walk your hands a little bit forwards, or just keep them where they are. And give me a little bit of a wave with your spine. And I want you to explore this movement. Don't really hope not hope, but don't really try to get much cue. Just wave your spine. What does that mean in your body, right? You could be doing it side to side. Imagine you were kind of like a snake and you were waving your spine. Wow, so many different ideas. Waves and snakes. Maybe I'm gonna name it Waves and Snakes, this flow. Okay. And connect to your breath. Nice and calm, up to seated. Inhale, lengthen the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands behind the head and open the elbows to the sides as we shine the chest forward, very tiny movements. And then release. Bring this right knee up once more. We're gonna come back to Skandasana. If coming up on your own strength is too much, you can always use your hands. But as much as you can, take your hands forward and find a bit of momentum to lift you up. And then inhale to come up to a goddess. And then we turn the right toes towards the front and we come into a warrior two, bending the front knee. Fly the warrior, inhale. Take your arms up and lengthen the front knee. And exhale and spread the wings. And up. And exhale, warrior. One more up. Exhale, warrior. Now, I hope I don't go out of frame. Just maybe bring this front foot a little bit closer to the center. Really bend on this front knee. And you could either be on a block right now, which I 100% recommend. You could do it on the floor, or you could even try without anything, which would be ultimate challenge. Is actually pretty difficult. So really bend on this leg, on this front leg, and try to bring this left foot closer. Slide it as we lift the hips up, and then lengthen the left foot up into a half moon. Remember that the block is incredibly awesome for this pose. You could also be holding it without it, a breath or two. And then step this left foot really far away from you, wash, and lift your arms up into a high lunge. Inhale here and exhale, frame the front foot, step it back into a plank, big inhale, and vinyasa, either chaturanga or down to the knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then from up dog, we go straight to a child's pose. Wash. Narrow leg child's pose. And then really round through the spine. Tuck your tailbone in and start coming up into a tabletop with a really rounded spine, so a cat. And then first we drop the hips down, really engage to the glutes. And then the belly drops, and then the chest goes forwards, and we lift the head up and lift the knees off the floor so we come into up dog. Really strong here. And exhale, take your hips back into downward facing dog. Amazing. Just 1 or 2 breaths in your down dog. Nice. And then sweep the left leg up, high up to the sky. Bend the knee and bring the knee towards the chest as you step the left foot between the hands. And then without lifting your torso, walk your hands towards the right. You're gonna need to walk your feet as well to turn your feet towards the right. And then walk your hands through center. Hello. And then we come to be at the back of the mat in this kind of high lunge with the left hand on the mat, and inhale, sweep the right. Nice. And exhale, once more, we need to be super strong on the left arm this time. We're gonna pivot the 10 toes towards the right and try to bring, if this is too much on your own, you can always help your hand with your hand, or you could walk this right foot back. Really try to make it comfortable. Don't feel like you need to do it this way. But if you're up for the big challenge, really, bring this right leg up and we pass through a side plank with the right knee up. And then step the right foot behind, halfway between your foot and your hand. And inhale as you lift the hips up, open through the right chest and spread the right wings. Just the wing into wild thing. Now the right hand tries to touch the floor. And then we come to a three-legged plank. Step this foot between the hands. And we walk the hands towards the right once more. And now we are in a forward fold, wide-legged forward fold towards the other side. Really drop the head and drop the neck. Give me a nod saying yes and a no saying no. Nice. I'll just turn around to face you. I was very confused. So place your fingertips on the mat or on a block and inhale, halfway lift. Turn your 10 toes towards the diagonals. Bend the knees and drop the hips down. And keep your hands on the floor or on the blocks. And sway your hips side to side. Nice. Now really strong through those glutes. Really, really strong and opening the knees back. We come up, lift the torso for a goddess. And we go side to side. Nice. Widen the stance a little bit more. And this time we inhale, hands up. Exhale and drop and round the spine. But don't fall completely. Inhale up and then really round through the spine on an exhale. And this time inhale up, hands on prayer. And we take the weights towards the left leg this time as we bend it. For Skandasana on the left leg. Take the left hand away from you and inhale, sweep the right. Keep this right leg active, okay? If you know that you are a bit hypermobile on your knee, just maybe micro bend them a little bit. Up. Take a breath. And then exhale and really flop this right hand down. And because we round the spine and the hip sits back, and then drop this left knee. Try to touch the right-ish, kind of. And now we are in this half hero. Inhale to grow tall. And if this is a lot, then stay here. Otherwise, walk the hands a little bit forward and give me some waves on your spine and explore them. Just make them feel comfortable to your body. Keeping the right leg active, remember. Nice. Amazing. Now bring this left knee up so we come through Skandasana once more. And really strong, we come up to a goddess. And now we turn the left foot forward and we take the back foot 45 degrees or parallel to the back of the mat, however your warrior feels nice for you. Bend on the front leg, lengthen your arms out long, drop your shoulders down. And then on an inhale, lengthen the front leg and fly your warrior. And exhale, warrior two. And up. And exhale. And up one more time. And exhale. Now once more, grab your block. Wherever you are, if you were using a block, bring this left foot a little bit closer to you perhaps. And then first we drop the torso, trying to reach, maybe could be in front of the front foot or maybe diagonal across a little bit forwards or maybe back slightly. Try to find a way where you feel comfortable, okay? Because there's really not such a set. I would say it's more comfortable if we put it either in front of the foot or a little bit back, like behind it, and forwards. And then really depend on this front leg and try to slide this right foot closer to you first. And so now we are with all our weight on the left leg and then lift the right leg off the floor. The hips, try to take them to face the right. Once more, arrange your block, whatever it feels more comfortable. And we can lengthen through this right arm up. Nice, really pointy toes. Or flex your foot, try. which one you like the best. And then big, big, big step back and sweep the right hand down and forwards for a high lunge. Inhale here, exhale. Frame the front foot and step it back into a plank. And we vinyasa, either chaturanga or down to the knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, we go to a child's pose. Drop your head down to the mat. And we come to the same place where we started. Maybe we started with our legs wide. Actually, if you want to go into a wide legged child's pose, let's go. And perceive the sensations running through your body now. And then roll your spine up to seated. And then take your legs forwards. However gracefully you can do this. Take both your heels kind of away from you and bring the left heel towards your right bum. And then we cross the right leg over. I'll face you for shoelace. Remember that if this feels uncomfortable on your hips, you could do it more of a square box and perhaps place a block underneath the right knee, between the right knee and the left ankle. And then once we are there, we take a big inhale to grow tall. And exhale, we slightly fold. Lengthening your breath. Nice. Connect to the sensations on your hips. And then walk your hands close to you. Try not to use your hands if you can, otherwise just use them to support you. And we change. So we take the right under and the left leg over. Once more, choose the position of the legs that feels more natural for you, that feels more comfortable. And perceive also the differences between the crosses, right? Inhale and grow tall, and exhale and fold as much as you want to today, right now. And use your breath to release any tension. And then come up, unravel your legs and bring them to be standing, feet standing and knees up. And bring them as close as you can to you and give yourself a big hug. Maybe you want to drop your forehead towards your knees. And then come up and make your way to a very well-deserved Shavasana. We always deserve a Shavasana every single day of our lives. Bring your knees to your chest. Bit of a squeeze. Spread your arms into a T shape or a cactus and inhale. Exhale, drop the knees to the left and the head to the right for a little twist. And then bring the knees to the chest. Inhale and exhale, drop the knees to the right and the head to the left. Lengthen your breath softly, gently. Bring your knees back to chest and maybe lengthen both legs up. Keep your feet soft first. And then maybe spread them a little bit wider apart from each other. And make circles with your ankles. And reverse. And then Drop it down for Shavasana. Give me maybe a bit of a rub on your hips. Nice. Keep your hands wherever they land, wherever they feel comfortable. And however we manage to go through this class, whatever this looked like for you, either if you did all the poses, or if you did just a few of them, or if you did none, and you just showed up and stayed breathing throughout this entire time, whatever happened, just perceive if there's anything that you can learn from it. If it turned out the way you expected, or if it didn't. Congratulate yourself for the moment of exploration, for showing up and connecting. Once more, without any judgment, just however this happened, it's absolutely fine. And however it happened, it is the way it had to happen. So very gently we bring some feeling into our toes, some movement and wiggles into our fingers, wrists and ankles. Maybe finding a stretch, hands overhead and pointy toes. And then gently roll over to one side. Maybe pause. And at your own time, come to find a comfortable seated position, keeping your eyes closed. Place one hand on top of each other at the center of your heart. And as usual, we take these last few moments to appreciate all the amazing, cool stuff that our bodies can do. The ones that we can see and the ones that we can't, but that are happening every moment and every breath we take. We finish the class with a big releasing breath all together, inhaling through the nose and sighing it out. Palms together and we bow. Amazing. Well done. Thank you so much for taking this class. I would like to know in the comments how it went for you. And remember, if you found any value on this video and you think anyone might benefit from it, please feel free to share the love. Subscribe to my channel for more cool content, and I will see you on the mat very soon. Bye bye.